And welcome back to more Sonic Unleashed. Last time we started Adabat Night. Am I soft-locked? I think I'm soft-locked. There we go. You can barely make up the ledge, I guess. It wasn't letting me grab a ledge. I was like really concerned for a moment. Like, oh no, did I break the game without realizing it? So we just ran past the boss. We have like so much experience in the bank. Never mind, we actually do have to fight the boss. Okay, yeah, I think I soft-locked this. The boss is locked behind the door. Well, I learned something new about this game. No worries. I think I can break this. I can unbreak this if I try to play very carefully. Or by carefully, I mean jumping into flames. Never mind, these flames don't hurt you. Yeah, I soft-locked the level. I am impressed, actually. There's no restart from checkpoint option. Cool. Neat. Oh wait, we can salvage this. The boss has possibly still got a hitbox, right? Nope. Can the boss still hurt us? Cool. Okay, we can salvage this. This is really silly, but this should work. Yeah, the boss is just trapped on the other side and we can't damage it. It can damage us, thankfully, so we're in the clear, but, yeah, I learned something new about this game, I guess. By the way, if you actually... I'm pretty sure there's a way to survive the jump attack without getting hit by the shockwave also. To be completely honest, I actually don't know how you would do that, so I can't exactly explain it, sadly. But I have seen it happen periodically. I think part of it's just good timing. Also, I think if you actually start mashing too early, the shockwave will hit you because you basically have like an active hitbox again. But like when you're laying down, it won't count or something. It's really weird. Again, this attack can kind of stun this boss, but not as effectively as the other boss. Again, I just find aerials so ineffective, which is kind of contrary to my normal playstyle in action games like this. Again, like I said previously, of this style, I tend to prefer like DMC. To like God of War, so I'm used to doing a lot more aerial type combat than this. There we go, that was dumb, but we managed to make it work. We're gonna get like an E rank. I hope I get an E rank to show off something. So we got a little flower puzzle. We have to hit the switches in the right order based on the progression of the plant, basically. So that's like, I guess I hit the right switch there. That's like the last switch we hit. What's next? So this is third, so this one should be second over here. But yeah, you have to go in order of the flower growing, basically. So this is like slightly bigger. This one is on this side over here is like a flower that's starting to bloom. Also that crumbled. I guess it just worked out that I managed to do it first try. But yeah, over here, flower, like so, and with that, we have the key. Half the key, I should say. How was that still an A rank? I died right before the boss, and I was still an A rank. It's because I sped through so much of the level, I think. I skipped a lot, to be honest, and I think that kind of skewed the overall ranking. I got a really good time bonus, basically. Also, by the way, I actually don't know what max levels are. There are achievements for maxing this out. If you're actually going for these achievements, I would recommend going for the hot dog missions, because the hot dogs give Sonic a lot of experience points. Assuming you can get through the challenges, they're not easy. But you can also buy regular chili dogs to level up Sonic. And with that, it kicked us out of the level hub, so I feel like that's telling me I need to go back and talk to Professor Pickle. I feel like this is a hint that I'm not supposed to do what I'm doing right now. By that I mean going immediately back into the level area. But yeah, we only have one more daytime stage. This Let's Play, because I skipped so much, like, you know, all the optional acts so far, this flew by a lot faster than I thought. This is a lengthier Sonic game than normal, and this, quite frankly, did take more sessions than past Sonic games I've done. I think of like Adventure, which was really short. Like Sonic's story takes like 2 hours for me, playing casually. The others though fly by. Like Tails, I can do in like, you know, I think I can do Tails the story in like probably 40 minutes or something, because it's really short. And same goes for like Knuckles and Amy and Gamma, and Big. All their stories are really short, so I do wish more Sonic games were maybe closer to this, because I feel like we've been on this game for maybe 6 to 7 hours, if I had to throw out a time estimate. You need to actually talk to the NPC. I was trying to jump. You have to Adabat, be more gentle this time, okay? I missed the context of what he was saying. But yeah, I do wish we could get a longer Sonic game, preferably with a better sense of flow to it, where the two gameplay styles mesh better. Your new powers should allow you to access a new area in Adabat. It's not much further now, Sonic, my boy. Head to Adabat and place a Chaos Emerald in that temple. Well, then, do you have any further questions? I guess we just needed to come back to tell him we did the first part of the stage, and now we leave and then go back. Again, this is what I mean by a better sense of flow. There's a lot of weird little roadblocks that pop up in this game. It's like, I don't know why you'd have to do this, like, from a logic standpoint. If I'm being honest, it's kind of filler. Just like, oh, duck back out and then go back to, Adabat once you talk to the professor. It's like, I kind of knew what I was doing, game. You don't have to, like, kick me out every time I do something. But with that being said, we have our last regular daytime stage. There it is. Again, that's really silly. Level 7, that's why you need 120 medals, but this is Jungle Joyride Act 1 Day.
Here we go!
Alright, so we have a really cool section here. By the way, if you ever wanted to see your console really struggle, this is the level to play. I did not hit B fast enough. We have a Sun Medal, we do not need to worry about Sun Medals, we have plenty. I could boost here, sure, let's try it. Let's try to go fast. This isn't that bad. I used to find this segment really hard, but nowadays it's like, this is really easy. Why did I struggle with this? Now the rest of the level is difficult. I still find this level pretty difficult. It is our last regular stage, so it's fitting, being pretty challenging and long. This is like a surprisingly lengthy daytime stage, from what I recall. Also, this is why I leveled up Sonic quite a bit in the last few parts, because I knew we'd have a really difficult modern Sonic stage coming up. So as we enter this jungle, you might notice frames are starting to slow down a little bit. This isn't the worst of it. Again, this is literally the toughest segment to run. Like, the rest of the game has frame rate issues, this is like the peak of it. I had a weird thing happen off screen. Speaking of weird things happening, in Empire City when I was going for a Sun Medal, I had this weird thing where the light dash kind of stopped responding. It's very temperamental, I think. It always is, let's be honest. Ever since its inception in Sonic Adventure, the light dash has always been cool, but a little unwieldy. So not going for that crate this time, we're just gonna move on. Alright, so here we go. Coming up pretty soon. Look at that, a little bit of slowdown. Yeah, the quick time events also start getting a lot longer as you go along. This stretch here is rough. Even on Xbox One X, it ain't pretty. It's way more playable, but it's still not entirely smooth. Again, I wonder if it'll take until the Series X to actually run Adabat at full FPS. Which is kind of crazy. It shows how, like, technical... Okay. How technical this game can be. That even, you know, current gen at the time of this recording cannot run this stage perfectly smoothly. Yeah, this isn't, the best stage to look at. It's really fun, but, like, look at that little slip up there. I was trying to drift and I just crashed right into it. I'm not sure if it's because it wasn't picking up the input or what, but it did not work out either way. Again, this is why I won't do the hot dog missions. I don't think I've ever done a deathless run of Adabat because of how difficult it can be. I usually jump there just to be safe, because I feel like I've been clipped by that pillar quite a few times, so I played safe and jump over. Got another one of these dashing sections with the robot. I want to say these come back in colors, but I might be wrong. It's honestly been a while since I played any Sonic game, except, like, you know, Forces, which was, I think, the last one I played, sadly. I know I've bashed Forces quite a bit in this playthrough, but a little bit of foreshadowing to when I hopefully get around to that playthrough someday. I think after playing Forces is when I really started to come around on this game, because by comparison I'm like, you know what, maybe Unleashed wasn't so bad in a relative sense. It's like, it made me appreciate some of the really strong level design in this game, even if, you know, there are issues with the pacing and flow of the storyline and so on. Honestly, I've died like 3 times on this level, but that's still fewer than I would have thought, just based on how challenging this level can be. My first playthrough was rough, if I'm being blunt. This is, yeah, not an easy stage to get through. Blind. And even now, I'm struggling quite a bit. So look, that's not something I like, being one-hit KO'd out of the stage. Get used to it in Boost Sonic games, they like doing that. Homing attack did not work. But yeah, they like to do that a lot, and I'm not the biggest fan of, you know, just push you out of the 3 dimensions, or the 3rd dimension. Yeah, this has been a fun playthrough to do. I do feel like I'm running out of things to talk about, running out of steam a little bit, but luckily we're getting pretty close to the end. One last little quick step section here. Got a little boost section here to... Okay, I'm pretty sure that was supposed to actually kill me, but it didn't, so cool. Works for me, I guess. I feel like I've talked about this before, but, you know, in general, this is a less glitchy Sonic game. That doesn't mean it's, you know, glitch-free, I guess. Just, relatively speaking, it's pretty sound from a technical standpoint. At least from the glitch front. Again, the performance front is not ideal. Here we are at the end of the level, I think. Just probably one more like platforming section and we're good to go. Also, I should shout out the fact that the Unleashed project, which I think I mentioned already, the sessions are running together, I'm forgetting what I've already talked about. The Unleashed project, which is the Generations conversion of all of the daytime levels, it runs Adabat like flawlessly, depending on like if you have decent hardware, obviously. But yeah, it's actually kind of impressive that people managed to get Adabat running really well on Generations PC. Yeah, Generations has a really good modding community. I actually own the game twice because of wanting to try out certain mods someday. I would like to do that for an actual Generations Let's Play. Like, when I get to it, I might do the regular Let's Play on 360 because it would be easier to record, and then do the, do a mod showcase, like, as a bonus. I accidentally hit the sync button on my 360 controller, and I was really worried I turned off my controller for a moment. Luckily, I didn't.
Can't win 'em all.
See, like, the Werehog levels have such stricter requirements, or such looser requirements, compared to the daytime levels, where I felt like I didn't die as much as I thought I would, and not that close to the checkpoint near the end. Yeah, I still only got a C. Again, it's much stricter. Sadly, we're not gonna get to hear the E-Rank music in this playthrough, because I'm pretty confident, in the last, 2 stages I'll at least get like a C. Oh shoot, I didn't have any rings. Cool. Yeah, how... okay, there we go. Also T. This is part of a side quest. You can find T in every level, and I'm pretty sure there's like an NPC you have to give the T to. Didn't mean to do that. Sometimes Sonic, specifically in the hubs, the level entrances do not feel well designed for Sonic's level of speed. You go so fast, you just careen into everything. It's a little bit, unwieldy. In the actual levels, I don't feel like that's a problem, just in the hubs. It feels like Sonic goes so fast, you just, yeah, like, I was trying to slow down to land on the panel, but I kept overshooting it. Anyway, here is our last boss stage, Egg Lancer. Quite frankly, we have a pretty lengthy section upcoming, so I think we are going to call things here for now, and then restore the second to last Chaos Emerald in the next part. So, with that being said, thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more Sonic Unleashed.